Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Tier vs. Tier, where I pit my friends against each other to see who has the better opinions, as voted on by you, the viewer. Tonight it's HintShot vs. ShorK as we debate Spy's arsenal of 15 unique weapons. Let's begin. First up on the tier list for you guys to debate over, we're just gonna hit it off strong with the Ambassador.
Ooh. Okay.
Now, ShorK, how good is your aim?
Yeah, okay, right. So,
I agree.
So, for myself, the Ambassador would probably go on like F because I can't aim with the Spy's gun for some reason. But you know, when I'm all hopped up on my green juice already, all performing well, you know, I would put it S honestly, because it does, like, the headshots do come in clutch, and also you look very cool when you do it.
Yeah, I agree. Last year, my friend got me an Australian Ambassador for my birthday. It was like a birthday present. And I was just like, oh, this is great. I'm never going to use this. And I had to force myself to use it a little bit because it's an Aussie Ambassador. But can't really hit headshots. And when I do, they still don't feel very deserved. So for me personally, probably like, I don't know, D tier.
Ooh! So ShorK, you're going with S tier.
Okay. So taking away my aim, I'd probably put it down on A.
Next up, we have the Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, I used to hate the thing because it was really boring and slow, and like you have to sit still and wait for it to recharge. What is that? And then once you equip it with certain items, it gets much better, and you find certain loadouts for it, and you become more patient. I'm more of a slow-going traditional spy anyway, so it fits me perfectly. So S tier for me.
I haven't used that since the old days on 2-4 where I was like 12 and I would just go invisible for like 5 minutes waiting in a corner for somebody to appear. Like in a corner where nobody would even go. It's not even part of the route because I was stupid. I would just stand like, oh yeah, the sewer looks pretty good. Let me stand over here in this corner where nobody goes by.
Yeah.
So I don't use it that much. I like to be more, you know, fast-paced. So I'd put it on C.
ShorK, I'm liking what you're doing right now. Hint,
Right.
you're leaving something.
You guys are in
desired
cahoots.
for me.
I don't like this. This is organized against me.
All right, up next, we're going to go with a knife, the stock knife.
A.
Yeah, I'd say
Instant
high
A.
A tier as well, I think.
I think it's clean, it's good, it's straightforward, and gets the job done.
No health losses, no health gains, nothing special about it. Pretty good. Good stuff.
It has a very cool inspect animation. Probably
It
my
does.
favorite in the whole game.
No, actually, move that to S, because this weapon has inspired so many 14-year-old boys to go on eBay and be like, oh, Balleston butterfly knife, order it now, and get like a shitty one in 30 days that breaks within like 5 days.
You do know I was one of those, right?
I myself was one of those too.
Yeah, me too.
I still have it somewhere because I remember being like, fuck this, and I bought one that back then I thought was expensive, but it was like $10, and I still have it somewhere, and it's loose and shit and all that stuff. So yeah, but I'd put it S just because of that, because of the infamy of the knife.
Yeah, when I was 14, I was too broke to get one on eBay, so I built one out of Legos, and it would
Yes.
break like every time I dropped
Dude,
it.
I have one that's built out of wood.
Ouch.
In the UK, I don't think you could actually buy a knife one, so I had to get a butterfly comb, so it was a hair comb instead of a blade.
Why didn't you just get a
Oh,
training
that's
one?
awesome.
I don't know. I didn't want, because I at that age asking my parents, hey, can I get this training knife? Is kind of worrying.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
the
got a
comb,
instead.
it's nice and incognito.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next up, I'm a little scared of what you guys are gonna say about this one. The red tape recorder.
Let me just collect my thoughts on this.
Fun fact, did you guys know that the sound the red tape recorder makes in reverse is, let's make some noise?
No way.
Fun
No way,
facts.
I've never heard this before.
110
This is why
top
we come
facts
to
about
this
Team
channel.
Fortress 2.
I actually didn't know
You
that.
didn't know that?
Oh, really? Oh, damn.
No, that's
Well, the
cool.
more you know.
There you go.
TF2 top 10 facts.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and put the red tape recorder down with the Ambassador for me.
Dude,
Honestly,
oh my god, you're an insane human
I'd put
being.
I'd put it in C.
The one use it has in my mind is delaying Engineer from being able to replace his buildings if he's like far away from them, because if you see it's being sapped and like you can't Engineers can't destroy their own buildings while they're being sapped, so just delaying that for a bit longer, I guess, can work against Battle Engineers. That's the one use it has in my mind.
Yeah, but did you know that the red tape recorder played backwards is
What?
let's make some noise.
What?
I
No
feel like
way.
that in itself.
All right, S tier, move it up.
Next up, going back to another revolver, the Diamondback.
Ooh.
Dirty, dirty, dirty weapon.
It's very dirty.
You know, it would be awesome if only I could aim.
That was your complaint with the ambassador.
Then you put it in A tier. So like,
That's why I like knives.
You know, the shotgun would be good if I could aim.
damn.
Yeah, that's why I like knives. You know, you just get up there and you just press.
From a mechanical standpoint, it's probably very powerful, right? Like, I mean, well, it is very powerful. A lot of people call it overpowered.
Yeah.
It does not feel good to use it at all for me. It feels cheap.
Well, you know, they do call me the cheap trick, so I'm putting it at A. I like the Diamondback.
Whoa, okay. The Diamondback right next to the ambassador, that just feels wrong.
Feels wrong. One of them gets crits when you earn them, and the other one gets crits when you
Gets
play
crits
spy.
when you just do your job.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put mine in C.
Okay, well, hold on. You're putting it above the ambassador.
Well, I put the ambassador where it is because my personal aim is pretty bad. With the Diamondback, you have a bit more leeway, right? Because you don't have to hit the head.
That's true.
So I've called my Diamondback
Okay.
in game the Frontier Justice, and I named my Frontier Justice the Diamondback just because they do the same thing, and I thought it was funny because I'm a comedy.
Oh, that's cute, yeah.
Yeah.
I never made that connection before.
Wait, how come everybody's hating on the Diamondback when they don't hate on the Frontier Justice, huh? That is unfair.
The Frontier Justice, your damage only goes up right after your damage goes down by your sentry getting destroyed. So it balances itself out.
Okay, what is this philosophy over here?
Alright, up next, we have the Conover's Kunai. A lot of people hate this weapon, but a lot of people love it as well.
I would say it's probably Spy's best knife at this point. In most situations, it does a better job than stock knife does, especially in pubs.
I'm horrible with it. I've never seen success with the Kunai.
Is that just because of the health downside, the 70 health thing?
It's all risk, all reward, you know? Even when you're invisible, if you're trying to sneak in and a stray rocket just catches you, you're done.
Yeah, S tier for me.
I'm gonna be putting mine at A because I do like, you know, it is very, very powerful, but also personally, I'm not very good at being sneaky. So I kind of need that extra health.
What about stock and viz?
S.
I like it. I like it very much.
S,
as well, yeah.
immediate S. I like where your head's at.
I'll put it. Oh dear. Oh no, it's weird now. I have to think about
Oh
it.
dear, I've made quite a mess.
Oh dear, I've made quite a mess.
Oh, dear.
I'll put it in A tier. I put it in A tier, I think.
Next up, we got the Big Earner. Personally, I think it's got one of the sleekest designs out of all the knives.
Yeah, for me, that's going in S tier just because it's big and it's cool. I like how it looks.
That's the reason.
It looks like the type of TF2 item that you could make like a hyper-realistic cake out of. I don't know, I really like it. The blade is wide. Sometimes, you know, I value my weapons, like how delicious they look over how useful they are. So,
Can we do a separate tier list for
oh my God.
weapons that look like they could be made into hyper-realistic cakes?
talking
That
about
critical
delicious
hit,
stuff, alright. I'm going a bit off the rails right now. Grouch, search up TF2 class token, right? I want to eat that.
Oh, yeah, I
I
know
want to
what
eat
those
that
look
shit. Like, they look so tasty.
Do a tier list. Which class has the most delicious looking class token? Anyway, spy weapons. I really like Big Gun as well. I think I'll put it in B for Big Gun.
That is very logical.
It's very
I like
fun.
that.
Getting a speed boost at any point in any game is always really, really fun.
I used to only run the Big Earner back when I sucked at Spy, because the chain stabs were just off the chain. They were crazy.
So good with that knife. Unfortunately, you're at 100 health, so you can be one-shot by a demo man now, and also a soldier.
Yeah, but I don't think about that, so it doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, ShorK just mind.
I just ignore it. You know, if I don't acknowledge the problem, it's not there.
You refuse to accept the damage.
Yep.
And it just goes away.
Oh my god.
It's like a pill hits me, I'm like, no thank you. And it goes away.
Yeah.
Just close your eyes, it's not there. Alright, next up, I honestly think this is going to be the one that is going to make or break the tier list for a lot of viewers, the Deadbringer. And remember, we're talking about how fun it is to fight as well as how fun it is to use.
I'd put mine in B for Bedringer.
Oh my god.
This guy's good.
I don't know. I find it like a little. I don't know. I can't. I just kind of like
Well
it.
said.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Kind of don't.
You stole my thoughts.
I used to love the Deadbringer. It was really fun. But like, I don't know, as I've played more, I've realized how ridiculously loud it is.
Yeah, it goes.
And yeah, it does that. I'm gonna replace my Deadbringer sound with you just.
Yeah, me
doing
too.
that
I'm working
now.
on a mod for that right now.
Immediately. So now it's actually, I think it's dropped to my least favorite of the watches. I think I'll just have to put it in C. No one really believes you when you feign your death anymore.
C tier. Yeah, people are used to it. They've caught on.
They are.
You just
And then
gotta
can't
get
refill it with.
You
ammo.
just gotta get better at acting.
You do.
Every time I die with it, I'm like, oh, you got me. Ooh, and then like they're like, no.
And then in the distance they just hit. And it's
Like as soon as you feign, go in all chat and be like, "Oh my god, you got me."
After they think that beloved ShorK is dead, they hear, and then they get backstabbed.
Yeah.
Oh no, they actually turn around and shoot me because it's so
Actually,
freaking
they actually
loud.
turn around and kill you.
Yeah,
quite
but you
quickly.
close your eyes when they shoot you, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
If they changed the sound of the decloak sound of it to be the same as the other watches, then I'd probably bump it up.
Yeah, or just ShorK sound effect.
Or just
Then
short.
yes tier.
Yeah, then it was.
Alright, up next. One that honestly no one is really using right now, no one's really talking about, the Enforcer.
For good reason.
It honestly, it has the coolest design out of any revolver.
It does.
That is an objective fact.
I do
Look it up
agree
on
with that.
Wikipedia.
Although L'Étranger might look. They both look pretty good.
Stranger, that's the ugliest one. other
What?
than the
No. All right,
Diamondback.
we'll get to that. All right.
Yeah, I'd put it in C. I only use it on like times 100 CPRings, 100% crit servers, because it's really good. for
Yeah,
getting
that's
those
all you
snipes.
play.
On 100% crit servers, yeah, it would be pretty good, I imagine.
Yeah, because then you disguise and you go, and then you get them.
Yeah. Just, I mean, the problem is that it only gives you damage bonus while you're disguised, so you can get one shot off with like 20% extra damage. And it's like, that's like whoopee. Still gonna take 2 shots to kill light classes. So I'll put it in D tier.
Your D tier is looking so whack right now.
It is a little bit, but
And
harsh critic.
ShorK is way too positive. He hasn't put anything in D tier.
I'm far more harsh than ShorK is being right now.
Yeah, this is me right now.
He's a lover of spy.
I sent a picture. It's me.
Up next we have the Spysicle.
S.
What?
It's an upgrade.
S tier with the Spysicle?
I like getting away from those pyros, and also, yeah, I like getting away from the pyros. You know,
And that's
I
it.
hate the Spysicle.
that's it.
Hint, what do you think?
I mean, it doesn't do anything other than that. Like, I know it's annoying sometimes, but I don't see a downside to it.
Oh, the reason I hate the Spysicle is because it leaves an ice statue whenever you stab them. It is the least sneaky thing that Spy has in his arsenal. It's less sneaky than the
my,
Deadbringer.
my stupid brain never thought about that as being like a mechanic that's supposed to be bad. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, the golden frying pan has the same downside,
Yeah,
but I think
what?
a lot of people would value the golden frying pan.
Yeah, what would Grouch? Would you rather use the stock knife than having a golden frying pan?
The golden frying pan is so much different because they're going to be so distracted by like, oh cool, a gold statue. Maybe it's a new player, they've never even seen it in the game before, they're distracted by it, they think it's epic, and then you go stab them again with the golden frying pan. That's very different.
I don't know. I like the ice statues. I usually just look at them. They're kind of funny.
Maybe they should change
They
it to
are
an
pretty cool.
upside.
Yeah.
Get a cool ice statue when you kill someone. I think it's probably my least favorite of the knives, just because sometimes you don't have it, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when you get burnt, you just lose it for a while, and it's not that long. One thing I really hate about it is that when a pyro flames you while you're using it, they get a little sound notification that lets them know that they've destroyed your Spysicle, which is
Yeah.
a really weird downside to add. Like, you can hear the tsh sound whenever you, and so like, why would they do that? Now they just know that, and now they're just going to keep flaming you. So I haven't found much use for it. I've liked it more over the past few months as I've played with it a little bit more, but still probably my least favorite. I'll put it in C. Me and ShorK are very different right now on these opinions. Even on the red tape recorder, we can't find common ground.
Yeah, I thought you'd both just put it in F and we would move on with our lives. But apparently it's as good as the Cloak and Dagger.
I'm a lover, not a hater.
That's fair. Alright, up next, we're gonna show stock a little bit of love. The stock sapper.
Does a job, so I would just say S. Like, I do like the festivized sapper more though.
Yeah, the Sapper has some good skins. I like the App Sap as well. That's pretty fun.
No, he's annoying.
He's not annoying. He's funny.
Fucking shut up.
Yeah, I'll put it in A with the rest of the stock tier that I seem to be placing right now. Did you know if you play it backwards?
No. Yeah.
It makes a bunch of static.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If there's no one around and I see a teleporter, I'll just sap it and then hit it with a couple shots and then just to ensure that it goes down.
There are a couple instances which is really annoying when like you kill an engineer who's like upgrading his teleporter at spawn and then you sap the teleporter, but like the engineer can respawn in time to come back and unsap it, which I think is kind of dumb.
Well, in that situation, that's where you use the red tape recorder, because then at least you de-level it.
Yeah, well there you go. I guess we found another use for the red tape recorder.
And also, if you play it backwards...
Oh my god.
What does it say?
It says the noise.
Okay, I think HintShot has been dying to talk about the L'Étranger. What do you think?
It is my favorite. It's my favorite gun. It's my bestie. Absolutely.
You gonna throw it in S tier with the Kunai and Cloak and Dagger?
I'll throw it in S tier. Yeah, sure. Some might call it a crutch, and they might be right, because it helps me mess up my cloak management better. It's actually quite good with the Deadbringer because it actually does replenish your Deadbringer, which nothing else does in this game right now, because when you shoot someone with the L'Étranger, you get Cloak on hit. And so you can use it with the Deadbringer and the big earner to just have your Deadbringer constantly ready at all times, which is pretty fun. So
how much does that extra Cloak on hit come into your gameplay? Because for me personally, the 40% buff in Cloak duration is way more impactful than 15%
it's
on
definitely
hit.
the more impactful benefit, and I don't find myself like going full gun spy, gunning down people anyway. But it can sometimes come in handy, especially if you're using the Deadbringer when you'll like almost never be invisible, so you're almost going a more aggressive version of spy anyway. He uses his gun.
Well, did you know that the Deadbringer paired up with your eternal reward and the familiar fez actually makes up an item set called the Saharan Spy that gives you
yes, and you get an extra taunt effect whenever you're taunting as a little tornado.
Huh? Did you know that? Did you know gaming? 100 facts about TF2.
I knew that. I know everything about TF2.
Putting it S tier for Saharan Spy.
Hey, we agree on something. Wonderful. Look at that.
Moving on, we have the Your Eternal Reward.
Well, did you know, paired up with the Deadbringer and familiar fez makes up TF2 item set called the Saharan Spy. It gives you an unusual effect for your taunts. Therefore, S tier for the Saharan Spy.
Saharan Spy, okay. It actually is a reference to...
Did you know that Disney... it is a reference? Actually, move that down to A tier.
Oh, God.
Because did you know that Your Eternal Reward is a reference to the famous Disney movie Aladdin, starring Robin Williams? When the bad guy says... And like does a thing with a knife, he says, your eternal reward, and then he falls down the hole.
And when Aladdin's all over him.
So A tier for Aladdin.
Yeah, oh, my opinion now.
How are you gonna compete with this logic? You're really getting out debated.
It's tricky. Yeah, I love the Eternal Reward at the moment. I think I'm also actually gonna put it in A tier. I really do.
For Aladdin?
I love it right now. For Aladdin,
that's so you guys are agreeing on the Saharan Spy weapons.
For different reasons. For very different reasons.
Slightly different reasons. Last up, we have arguably Spy's most iconic weapon.
What?
The thing that started it all, the stock revolver.
Imagine calling the fucking revolver Spy's most iconic weapon. It's just a gun. It is cool though, but you know.
What do you think is Spy's most
his
iconic
knife.
weapon? The butterfly knife? I don't know. You don't hear anyone being called
people
a knife
don't
spy,
say like,
but you do hear gun spy.
That like shooting on the body snake. No, they call him the backstabbing snake. Backstab.
Look at all of the promotional art for the spy. He's holding the revolver. In the Team Fortress 2 main promotional art, where all 9 of the classes are lined up, he's holding the revolver, not the knife.
So Mom and Dad are fighting again. revolver. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. It's hard to judge stock weapons just because they're all like they all do their job very well.
Right, but if we think about it, the Diamondback, the Ambassador, and the Enforcer cannot get random crits. And the L'Étranger has a severe damage reduction, so random crits from that aren't really that effective. If you're building a random crit loadout, you gotta have the revolver.
I would argue the Diamondback crits a little bit more than the revolver.
But it's not random,
crits.
and random crits are funny. Diamondback crits are not funny.
I'd put it in S tier for stuck. And also, it's pretty good. It does what it has to do, and also sometimes it gives you like a little crit.
I'll put it up in the A tier as well. So I've got the full stock loadout in A tier.
Figure out how
None
to
of you
use
put
it.
anything in F tier.
It's all good. It's up to
Inspire them
you.
to sparkle on.
You have the skill. It's inside of you. Sparkle on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like how positive you were with all this stuff. Sure, you've got 7 weapons in the S tier.
ShorK is
If
so
everything's
positive,
S
it's
tier, then
ridiculous.
nothing is.
That's what you get from a guy that runs a charity.
Jesus. What kind of scumbag?
That's it for tonight's episode of Tier vs. Tier. Thank you so much for watching, and check the description to vote on who you think won. The loser is gonna have to make this their hit sound for the next month.